Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be filming a YouTube video. And today's YouTube video is going to be another short story. If you guys like these types of videos, please give this video a big thumbs up. And I'm going to be I always knew that I wanted to film either story time or a short story, but I've been into writing recently, so that's what drew me into writing a short story. 4 years of my life. So I can't wait. This video is going to be of me telling you my short story and then also explaining it. So can't wait for you guys to hear it. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, I'm going to get onto the video, and I'm also going to be explaining what's happening in that year. So August 31st, 2016 at 7:20 a.m. changed my life forever. It was 65 degrees outside, and all of the new students were called to the gym by the principals and headmasters to welcome us to school on our first real day of high school, the start of our lives forever. I entered high school with middle school friends and left with brand new ones. That day was absolute torture because I did not know how to use a lock and was constantly late to homeroom because I didn't know where it was. Around February, things changed. I started to get made fun of because of Musically, which made me cry for days on end because I loved doing it and I didn't grow tough skin yet. Not long after I met this guy through my best friend at the time, which the conversation started off by him saying, I met you through my friend, and I went through your Instagram and you were absolutely beautiful. I never once knew it. It would be an on and off relationship for the next 4 years straight. So there's a lot there. So I'm going to kind of, when I say I entered high school with middle school friends and left with brand new ones, literally, there's two schools. There's two Catholic high schools that everyone goes to. So there was a more expensive one, and honestly, it was not up to, people thought this school was the shit. Everyone went to that school. I was almost going to go to that school, and there's the one I currently went to. So about 4 or 5 people went there, and I left. I went in with all 6 of these friends, and then I left high school with new friends, but also I still talk to some of them, as we're friends, but we don't talk every single day. So I still care so much more about them, but there's some people that I absolutely do not talk to whatsoever because I have my reasons and other people have their reasons too, and I was trying to convince. I will never be the person that will tell you who to be friends with because I feel like that's not fair. And I've been told that I shouldn't be friends with someone just because they do something to me or whatever. I don't care if you're friends with them. I just want you to know why I'm not friends with them. And you can go through your own experience and you can do that, but I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to tell you how to control your life because I feel like that's not fair. Because as you get to know me, I'm never going to want to judge you because of who you're friends with, and I'm not going to judge you who you date because it's all your own experience, and I have no place to judge who you date and who you're friends with and who you continue to talk to, because you can learn yourself, and it may be different because you're a whole different person, but Next, I'm going to be talking about the Musically thing. Musically, it started at the end of 2015, and it really popped the summer of 2016. And I was so happy to get the app. I got it on my tablet. I did my Musicallys. I did my lip syncing like this. And once you get into high school, that shit changes. Like, no one's on Musically anymore. And everyone knew my Musically, and they would just sit in the corner of my English class and just make fun of me because of Musically. I don't know if it was in a positive or negative way, but I just cried and cried and cried, and I just ended up blocking people. And I put my Musically on private when I got a new one. So I made a new Musically. It was on private. And this was the year basically I hung out with old middle school friends, and that was all I knew. That's all I wanted at the time, and that's the only people I knew at the time. So I hung out with middle school friends, and one of my middle school friends at the time, I hung out with her. I went to a sleepover and I went to the beach with her and stuff like that until like sophomore year, and then we just drifted apart because I don't like her ways. So, yeah. Also, the 4-year relationship, it is done for. It literally, like, I feel like there was like maturity. It was mature wise, and he wasn't ready for a relationship, and I kept on telling him that. And I feel like a lot of people, they don't want to hear what is true. Like, they don't want you to hear, they don't want to hear the constructive criticism in it. And I feel like when I say you're not mature enough, you should take that in consideration. You shouldn't just say, "Oh my gosh, they say I'm not mature enough. Oh my god, I hate them whatsoever." I'll take constructive criticism any day. I'll take constructive criticism every day. It doesn't matter if we're fighting as friends or fighting as family. I feel like if you give me constructive criticism in the positive way possible, I will always take that. I'll always take that into consideration. I won't just block you and stuff like that, just like this person did. So it was on and off relationship for the next 4 years. So yeah. Sophomore year was a blur for the most part, and drama came from it, which I fail to explain at the moment because it's not my place at the moment to talk about it. So I feel like I'm at a good place with these people. They may hate me, but I have no problem with them. I really don't care. Their life does not revolve around me. I don't revolve around them. So I don't really care about these people anymore. I don't care how they feel about me anymore. Just done. So, but things happened, which how I forever see people. I see people differently now in high school. Literally, it'll take me a couple of times because I don't know what's real and what's not. It'll take me a couple of times to see how people are. I know people that will see someone and they'll see them for that person and they don't believe that they can change. But I'm a Cancer and I blame that on my horoscope or who I am as a person, because I love to meet new people, and if they're fishy, I'll give them time to change. And if they don't change, then I just cut them off easily. I don't cut them off right away. I cut them off easily, and that is my guilty pleasure. I just cut them off easily. I don't cut them off easily. I cut them off momentarily. So that's one quality trait to have that could be positive and negative. It was my second year trying out for the varsity basketball team, and I did not make it again. In my opinion, in other people's eyes, I was a great player, but to be honest, all what the team was about race and connections. That's my favorite line of the whole entire story. Literally, if you did not have connections in school, I don't know if this is just for basketball wise, but I feel like if you did not have connections, if you were not the daughter, if you were not the grandniece, if you were not the granddaughter, you did not make the team because you did not have connections and stuff like that. It didn't matter if you were a great player, because there were some people that were not a great player, and they still made the team. So I was really, 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 really. This was my second time, and they told me to come back because they thought I was a great player, but they said, I don't have a spot for you at this time. They said, come back and things will change. I came back. I gave it my all, and I did not make it. And I felt like it was based on race. I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I went hard. I was early to the tryouts. I left. I was really almost the last person to leave. And I was there, and I was like, what can I do better? Could I fill in spots for the varsity team? And they're like, no. And that was that. So I cried about that. And then also at the same exact time, my dad was like, you can try out for AAU if things will happen. AAU, once you pay for the team, you have an automatic spot on the team. AAU was an amazing experience for me. Forever love the team that I was on. I have connections with everyone that's on that team, friends wise. I've grew closer to everyone, and I'm so proud of where they are right now because a lot of people got college offers and stuff like that, and I'm so excited for them. So yeah, where am I going to? And I also changed on my eating habits tremendously, and I was feeling good about myself, but at the same time I was having that mental connection with someone, and it started getting worse and worse as the days were going on. And literally every single day I would be like, hey, isn't this the boy? I would get, hey, isn't this the boy you're talking to? And they're talking to me as well in a romantic way. I confronted him multiple times about the topic, and he was like, no, I didn't do that. I'm so sorry. I would never do that. We're just friends. Oh, it was her. I know my friends, y'all. They would never do that. Should I know? At the time, I thought that would be the reason. But, there's some people that, they can't build their own connections and stuff like that. So it started to go on and off again. And it was just really toxic. Junior year was one of the worst years of high school. By far, it felt like the worst. And I felt like when it was over, y'all, it was freaking over. Junior year was one of the worst years of my life. I dealt with the worst anxiety of my life, and I could not control it. The drama increased from there, and I still falling in this toxic relationship. One of my best friends at the time, not one but two, stuck up for my toxic ex, even though he was in the wrong, and they knew he was in the wrong, and they still said, oh my gosh, there's no one to guard him. There's no one to be by his side. So we're just going to be by his side. What? Like, boy, bye. It was one of my best friends, and then this other girl that I was solely friends with, and one of my friends right now, was friends with her at the time. We never talk about her anymore, but she still brings up shit. What? She still follows me on Instagram. What? So, anyway, at the time, I was best friends with this girl since freshman year. She was the first best friend that I met from school, period, in English class. So, she was friends. I forgave her, but there was this one other girl that just stuck out in my mind that, one of my friends that I started hanging out with at the end of sophomore year, two of them actually, I ended up hanging out with at sophomore year, and my friends till this day, they had their problems with her, and I heard their problems, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta see who this person is. So, I built my own connection with her. It was just toxic, There's things I fail to mention because I feel like it's not my place, and it is my place at the same exact time, but I just don't feel like bringing up old cobwebs right now. So, where were ye? So this year, I had no confidence whatsoever, and I hated it. I got to the point where I cried every day and got into the wrong things in order to cope. It was not long into the school year when I decided to retire from basketball and started, I joined the track team to do discus and shot put, and I won my varsity letter. If you guys want to go watch that video, my varsity letter video is from this year, how to get your varsity letter in 1 year, because I know a lot of people, they get them in their second year, so yeah. Tired from basketball, yeah. And I had a passion for lifting weights, and I loved doing that. And one of the most best activities I loved doing junior year, I feel like it was just good to just say it and just get off our phones and just talk about stuff. Because that's what I used to do with my two best friends. We used to go to one of my best friend's houses, and we used to love just talk and talk and talk about what we did that week, what we got into that week, we had the same teachers for the most part, but we didn't have classes together. So we just talked and talked and talked, and it was just so stress relieving just to talk about your problems and just talk about drama for the most part. I loved it. So senior year was the year of growth. I will always say that senior year was the year of growth. I realized the kid I met freshman year was using me. He would always want to know what I was doing that day throughout the day and do other things which I failed to mention. It got to the point I wanted to talk to other people and get to know them, and that was considered cheating, even though we weren't dating at the time or we weren't a thing at the time. It got to the point where every time we talked, it was an argument. Definitely not the person I met freshman year, and I found out he only wanted one thing, and I couldn't give that to him, and I was considered worse as Satan and a bitch. So I have receipts of that. I'm not going to be showing anyone because I feel like once you get to know this person, you will honestly believe me when he would say that. Overall, it was a year of constant change and growth within myself. I met so many new people and cut off people that were not good for me. Were not good for me in my life at the time. I've always found myself constantly sticking up for myself on the stupidest things. So there was a lot of things that I stuck myself up for, and I was always stuck up for myself when it came to things, and I was constantly blamed, and I was always in the wrong for some reason. I applied to colleges and got into my dream one. It finally felt at home, and I couldn't be more happier because I met so many new amazing friends, and I love them all so much. This year I realized that I was waiting until the morning of. This year I waited until the morning of to do all my homework. I never once sat down the day it was given and done my homework. I did it all the day before it was due. I got closer to my best friends, and I couldn't be more happier. And I literally, honestly, have 3 best friends from high school right now, and I couldn't be more happier of where my life is right now. So I've realized that going to high school, you will not only change, but you'll grow as a person. No matter what I do, I will always be true to myself. I may say I do not regret anything I did. I may say I do not regret anything I did the last 4 years, because all these heartbreaks and fallouts made me a better person I am today. I walked into high school a girl, and I walked out as a woman. I can honestly say I had the most roller coaster filled ride experience ever. To my past friends, you teach me a lesson that people can be fake just to get near you and what you have. To my current friends, I tell you every day that I miss you like crazy and can't wait to hang out with you again. And honestly, you've literally kept me in. Both my friends have kept me in check and kept me in line whenever, like, they saw the good in me, and I could not be happier, because in middle school I had those friends, but I felt like I couldn't go for them. I couldn't go to them for every situation, and I'm honestly thankful, and I love you guys so much. You know who you are. I tell you every single day I love you, and I tell you every day that I miss you like crazy. To high school, I am forever grateful for all the experiences you put me through and the people I have met. Thank you and goodbye. So kind of this story was kind of an overview of some things. You guys saw some repeating patterns of each year, and honestly, I feel like I could tell myself right off the bat what to do better, because I felt like I would still, I'm a person that I feel like if the situations were right and I didn't jump into a relationship freshman year, then I would have friends. I would have still the same friends, but there was so much drama I left out, and I said I failed to mention, because this video would be about an hour long of me just ranting about my drama and my problems, which I feel like you guys would not want to hear. I already made videos on that drama, which got over 100 views. I failed to delete those videos because I just want to have them. But yeah, I'm not going to do something just because someone else tells me to. I'm not going to delete something just because someone tells me to. I'm not going to drop someone just because someone tells me to. I feel like when in high school, I want to be a whole different person. I want to have a clean slate and just meet new friends and have my own experiences. And I feel like the small little fuck ups that I had, I want to learn from them, and I want to go through them and see what I can do with better, because I feel like high school is nothing like middle school, and high school is nothing like college. I feel like high school is the time where you try to build friends, and then college is something where you try to build your life. I feel like high school was just the social side of things, when you try to build your social side and be more social with people, and then college, you try to build your life and you try to build how to survive life, to be honest. So I don't regret anything I did this year, because I feel like I said before in the story, I don't regret anything that I did all 4 of those years. I don't care. I don't care if I went through all that anxiety and depression from that relationship and stuff like that, because it honestly made me into the person I am today. And I will be forever grateful for all the people that have been in my life before, because they taught me lessons of that some people try to be fake just to get near you. And there's so many different stories that I would love to mention, but it's kind of fresh in my mind, to be honest. So I'm maybe in the future, maybe like 2 or 3 years from now, I'll do a story time with them and see how they got it. But I feel like I just don't want to do that right now. So yeah, hope you guys like that short story. It was written by me, and it's called Dear High School, Thank You and Goodbye. I hope you guys liked that video. This video in general, I love you guys so much. You guys know that. And there's going to be more videos to come, because this is when I film this, and when I'm uploading this is going to be the day after all my high school stuff is done. So I'm officially on summer break. And I'm going to be putting more content out for you guys. A curly hair routine coming out soon, because I am growing up my hair and I want to film one tonight. So I hope you guys like this video. Please comment. Look, is that English? Hope you guys like this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you beautiful people in my next video. I love you guys so much.